Beginning 2016 April. Question 1. Archimeka specification. Barring the site to be cleared to an area that is 3 meters away from the basement wall. Excavation is an ordinary act and is to be partly filled and ramped. Excess material is to be carted away to a dumping site 2 kilometers from the building line. Building site 25 MPa concrete, allow a provisional amount of 25,000 rand. Brickwork, locals companies 1:4 amendment. Question 1. Carefully study the drawings and specifications provided in Addendum A and measure the earthworks items using the measuring list provided below. So they gave us a measuring list. If they give you a measuring list, is there a need for you to write collections? No. Is there a need for you to write the checklist? No. So out of me, what number one the calculator in here? Site clearance. There's a site clearance. Nani length of guy. We have a length of 9,000 again, and then a width of 5,000 rand. But a clearance site, how many meters? 3 meters away again. Okay? But a clear site 3 meters away. So, Roger, this, are we going to take this 9,000? 9,000 external like what? Or are we going to take internal dimensions and then the clear side? Where do we start? Internally or externally? Now we take this 9,000 again. And then when we clear the side, we clear mobile length here, 3 meters. We also clear that side, 3 meters. Now it's 2 times 3,000 again. So the length is 9,000 plus 2 of 3,000. You how that?
15,000.
15,000. And then the width we have 5,000. We clear 2 sides. You how that?
11,000.
11,000. What are we calculating next? And then you will take off again. It's 15,00 and 10, 11,00. Side clearance is square meter. You close the bracket, you open another one. Number 2, what are we calculating?
Bulk excavation for the basement hole.
Bulk excavation for basement hole. So bulk excavation for basement hole. What is the height of the basement hole? 3,000.
Plus 4.
Height of basement hole, you height 3,000 plus 440. 3,000
plus 150.
3,000 plus 150 again. Our trench, you look at this line of the drawing. So in our trench, how it forms here and then going downwards. Key the trench. And then if trench, if we did a for this line, here is the basement hole, and now more the trench to again going upwards. 150 plus 3,000 again. More than the additional ground level. Okay. So what is the height?
3,000
plus 150. And then in bulk excavation for basement hole, give me meter squared or is it meter cubed?
Meter cubed.
Meter cubed. Its length, width, and the height. We already have the height again. What is our length? 9,000 again. Basement hole, where does it end? Backfill again. It means we have 9,000 plus 2 of backfill again. Here is our backfill. There is our backfill. So we have 9,000 that ends here. So we need to add this 220 here backfill. We need to add this 220 here and the backfill. So you have 9,000. Length is 9,000 plus 2 of 220. Width is 5,000 plus 2 of 220. Length is 9,440 and then the width 5,440. And then let's take off. The length is 9,44. The width is 5,44. The height is
3,15.
3,15. Like this? Inalima 3,15. Height there. Description here, bulk excavation here.
Oh,
Not exceeding 2 meters. Bulk excavation for basement hole not exceeding 2 meters. Our first height is 2 meters. You don't calculate the first height. So our first height is 2,00. And then we open up another bracket with reading D2. What does D2 mean?
previous
D2 means we add
statement.
repetition of the previous statement again. So it means we're still talking about bulk excavation for basement hole again. So well, instead of saying not exceeding 2 meters, I'm going to say but exceeding 2 meters. This one is exceeding 2 meters, not exceeding 4 meters again. So length is still 9,440. The width is still 5,44. What is the height? What is our height there?
150 minus 2,000.
Our height is going to be 3,150 again. We take the total height of the basement hole and then we subtract the one that is exceeding or the one that we used in the previous bracket, which is 2,000. So 9,315 minus 2,000 in
1150.
1150. 1150. 11, so 50.
1,000.
1 comma
1,500.
1,500. So bulk excavation for basement hole not exceeding 2 meters. Always the first bracket is not exceeding 2 meters. So it means your first height is going to be 2 meters again. And then in the second bracket you're going to say it is exceeding 2 meters but not exceeding 4 meters. Our actual height is not 2 meters, it's 3,150. But in the first bracket, 3,150 cannot fit. It cannot fit because 3,150 is exceeding 2 meters, and this first bracket here, it is not exceeding 2 meters. So if it says not exceeding 2 meters, you write the 2 meters, don't calculate again. In the second bracket, it exceeds 2 meters but not exceeding 4 meters. You take the actual height of the basement hole and then you subtract the one that is exceeding or the one that you use, which is 2,000. So it's 3,150 minus 2,000. It is 1,150. So 1150. So if we say 2,000 plus 1,150, 2,000 plus 1,150, 3,150 again. It gave us the actual height of the basement hole. Did I correct again? So now we write
Risk of collapse.
risk of collapse. Okay, it's risk of collapse because very bulk excavation for basement hole, not bulk excavation again. If they had said bulk excavation, now we would have to calculate the bulk excavation for the trench holes again. Okay, so risk of collapse. Okay, meter, cubic meter, square meter. How do we do it? Risk of collapse, how do we do it? What is the length of the risk of collapse? Perimeter. So perimeter, what is our perimeter? 2L plus 2B. What is the length? 9,000.
94 feet.
What is the length of the basement hole? The length of this collapse is like, why not 9,000? 9,000.
Probably like a basement hole.
Yeah, we're talking about risk of collapse of basement hole. So 9,000. 944 again. Why is it 944? Description of risk of collapse here anymore. Check on the description of the risk of collapse. What does it say?
Collapse to
size of basement hole. We can't take this 9,000. 9,000 here is it for basement hole?
No.
So 9,000 plus 12 to 20. Here, we take this length and width of the basement hole again. So it's 9,440 plus 2 of 5,440.
29,760.
And then if you don't want to use this one, your perimeter, what do we say? I get more when we take off your by perimeter and height again. You underline. So if you don't want to use this one, you read for length
and height,
and height
width and height,
squared, and then width and height we square it again. If you use the perimeter one, you don't square it, but if you use the length and width, you square again. Again, here the length. It's about continuing only one length, which is 9440, but it's two sides again. So here perimeter already would be the two sides. So our perimeter is 29,760. So we're going to take off the 29 comma
76.
And then what is the height of the risk of collapse for the basement hole? Which height do we take?
30,000 plus
300?
3,000
3,000?
plus
3,000 plus 440 again. Risk of collapse. The first risk of collapse that we want is the risk of collapse for external. So it starts here where the trench starts again. So it's 440 plus 3,000. So height is 3,000 plus 440. Ready for okay? 3,440. So it's 3,44. Colonel Mutual last. Okay. Skip to the question
2016.
Are we done with risk of collapse? Are we done with the risk of collapse? Kushota? Internal. Okay. So ROC internal. How do we do it? ROC internal. How do we do it?
Sorry, I'm going to see we are going to end. I'm 3,000 plus 440. Risk of collapse, even if you now sungula ku footing. So la booking, if I'm not the risk of collapse, I sungula la.
The 350 plus 375 plus 2.9. We take risk of collapse for external. Hey, and I'll go ahead and correct. The 350 plus 375 plus 2.9. On the textbook, it's wrong. Risk of collapse for external temporary to memo the concrete footing with Tomaho. Again, always. So,
concrete footing, hello. Concrete footing. Size of concrete footing.
People like 1 to 2 0. I'll allow with most. Yeah, 1 to 2 0. Okay, so are we done with the risk of collapse? Push up internal. Okay, so risk of collapse internal. How do we do your internal? How did you do the one on the textbook? Relationship perimeter or center line again. So if we use the perimeter one, the money on a perimeter which is 2976 again. So we have 2976. What do we do if we use the perimeter one? Minus 8 off again. So minus 8 off the footing. So 8 of footing here. Now what is our footing? 1220 again. So it's 1220. 23. 20. 25. 20,000. So my 20. So it's 20,00 again. And then does it have a height? Okay, height there, okay. What is our height? Height here, this one again. Yeah, internal. Internal again. Internal is this part. Internal is part. Part A is internal. So if you want a height risk of collapse internal road, We have 440, and then we'll subtract by 150. That's how we're going to get the height of internal vertical collapse. Again, would you have 440? Yes, again. 440 is your trench. Again, trench it up, this is our trench. Again, so would you have 440, which starts here, and then you subtract this 150. What about the height for the trench? Again, your textbook, the height of the trench. Your textbook, it was like this. There was a concrete footing here, and then there was a wall mocking natural ground level again. So height and natural risk working the trench more natural ground level again going downward. So reaching the height of the trench. So our height of trench you by 440 minus 150. So 440 minus 150
290.
290. The round risk of collapse here enough for internal it's 20,000, which is the length perimeter, and then the height is 440 minus 150 290 again. And then after risk of collapse, what time? Concrete thingy? Type of excavation? Trench excavation. Don't know about trench excavation. What are they talking about when they say trench excavation? What are they excavation in trench? So how do we calculate the excavation for trench? Length, width, and height. Length, I want to go back. What is the length for the trench? Eh? Length, you're trenching for the center line again. So bulk, excav for trench again. The length is equal to the center line. So do we have the center line? We have the center line. And now but we have the perimeter, which is 29,760. So we can get the center line by saying minus 4 of thickness of the footing. What's the thickness of the footing?
12 pint.
Okay?
12 pint.
12, 20. What do we get?
24, 8,
24.
8, 8.
8, 8, 0. Okay, bulk excavation. And then what is the height of the trench? Oh, width. I get its length with height. So it's the length with height. The length is the center line. I get what is the width of the trench? Richard, which width?
12 pint.
With your footing, I get with your trench, which is 1 comma. So it's 24,88, and then 1 comma. 2, 2. What is the height? Height of our trench. Give me.
290.
Give me.
290.
290 again. Again, the trench, the trench starts here. So you say 440 minus 150. You can 290. So that's the height. 0,29. Are we done with the bulk excavation for trench? Ready? Next one, you can get. Back